Good morning, Monday morning, everybody. Good Monday morning, everybody. I am here and I've got Tippy in the basket and Howard to my right here on the table. That's what creating the shadow over here. So I got my air dry clay out and I thought we'd just play with the butterflies today, but I wanted to show how everything else, the coils I made, because I didn't make like little marks on it and wet it good, they've come uncoiled a little bit. You can see that on both of them. But we're not going to use these today. I'm going to set these back on the tray I've got back here. I'll just pick it back up. But you can hear they've really gotten good and dry. And then the little leaves that I cut out and punched out here, they did pretty good. Hi, Mina. Now you can take emery nail file and kind of clean those up if you wanted to. But we're not going to use those today. And then the little bodies I made to go for the little gal I want to make, there's one of them. You can see how it's got some ridges, but I'll probably leave those. These are meant to look like little bodies or dresses. There and there. Oh, and then this one's got the gold paint that came off the pot holder thing. I just left it. I think it looks cool. So those are those. And then the little hands that I did with those cookie cutters that I got. So there's the little hands. I think they turned out kind of cute. And my star, I have a little cracking going on there. I don't know if I could maybe, because it doesn't go all the way through, maybe if I sanded it some, that would help. What else? And then I got my random shape here. And then the little flower that I popped out. And then I got the faces out of the mold. They're not perfect. They've got some facial problems. But I'm going to use them anyway. So there's those. Hi, Renee. Little faces. And that's from this mold of the suns that I have. I'm going to see if I can get the rest of that air dry clay out. And Nettie gave me, hang on. Nettie gave me a tip. She said put some baby powder in it. Or maybe that was somebody else. But I got some tips on cornstarch, baby powder, that kind of stuff to help this stuff release. So that's some tips if you've got molds. And then the butterflies, we're going to work with these two. These are some I cut off that it's just going in the trash. These are the ones we're going to play with today. These, I think I can take some, and just break this off. I was thinking I'd need scissors, but it looks like I can do most of it with my fingers where it's real thin. So there's that one. It still has some that needs to come off, and then I'll do this one later. So that's those little butterflies, and I don't have that mold out here. I put it away. All right, so I'm going to move these. I'm just going to put these little pieces into my trash can. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to inspect them. I could probably sand on these a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. This one still feels kind of cool. So I don't think it's fully dry all the way through, but we're going to go for it. And the first thing I want to do is I'm going to paint them with a light buttermilk. So something that's not white. And Angie's here, and Renee's here, and Mina's here, and Evie D, or Evie D. And Scott is home. He's not feeling good this morning. He's getting used to the new once a week shot to help with our diabetes. I haven't been able to get it yet because apparently it's not really available mail order because it has to be refrigerated. So I need to contact them later and say, just call it in, because Scott didn't have any problems getting it. And this looks like it's going to be the same color as the butterfly, but I still want to paint it. And I'm only going to paint the top side of it.
Not going today. We'll stay home. Are you worried?
I think Howie is worried. Did you get in a fight last night, Dad?
I'm okay.
He's just not, his tummy's not, he's not safe to drive is right. I thought he was going to pass out earlier. Freaked me out.
Well, that's about 2.5 days.
2.5 days to kick in. And now that it's in, I have to reduce how much I normally cook for him by about half or more. So he'll probably be dropping weight. This medicine, you cannot overeat with it. It'll make you sick as anything. Mounjaro. Howard, Daddy needs a kitty on his lap. Why don't you go hang with him a while? So I'm just going to put a base coat on here. Try to get all of it. If I don't get all of it, I'm not going to sweat it. And I'm not painting the back of it, just the side edge and the top here. Smooth that out. And we'll do this one. Yeah, they've been wanting us to go on it, but the insurance we had wouldn't cover it, and there was no way we could afford $1,000 a month each. That's how much the insurance we had was going to make us pay, $1,000 a month. So we've been putting them off, but now we have better insurance, so it's $35 a month instead of $1,000. So, oh, Scott's really having trouble. I'm not looking forward to when I get it. Now, later today, hopefully they'll go ahead and deal with my toe and not make me wait anymore, because I've been waiting since October. But I have an appointment at 3 o'clock to have that ingrown toenail dealt with. Scott said he'll go with me, which is kind of good because I have vasovagal syndrome, so medical things really freak me out, and my blood pressure drops out and I pass out. So that's not really conducive to driving or dealing with any of it. I can deal with blood and stuff if I'm the only one available in an emergency, but as soon as I know somebody else is available, I literally hit the ground. I'm out. Can't do it. What you hunting, my love? Just take my box right here. There was a whole stack of it. You took one. Just take mine. Just go. They're probably under something, because I put blankets in there that I washed. Yeah, I need to pull everything out of the linen closet, and we need to be real and donate some stuff or repurpose it or something.
Come on, Howard, you help me.
He wants to be in my business. All right. So now what I was thinking for these, once I get them painted, I was wondering if maybe we could stamp on them with like a background stamp, just not even a perfect stamp. It just has to be a little bit of something that we put on here. And then I was thinking we could cover them with napkin. So while these dry, I'm going to wash my hands real quick, and then I'll pull some napkins out and we'll pick one or two. So I'll leave those there. Let me go wash my hands off real quick. You're getting the worried purr?
Yeah.
These are like my extra napkins that I could like put some packs together. I think, yeah. Oh, what are those? Those are fall themed ones. We'll just leave those there. Let's see what we've got here. I don't know what that is. Oh, I have these two packs here that I put together. I'll do a giveaway for those. There's some string, that netted string that you get at the dollar store, and some different mats that would be good on the gel plate. I've got some of my own stickers. There's some artist trading cards in there. This one's got a rubber stamp set with it. These are just got random things I put together to do a giveaway. So we'll do a giveaway for those, and I'll send them out on Friday. Oh, no, these aren't. Okay, this whole thing is not what I thought it was. So hang on just a sec. These are also little kits I put together. I should have sent these in for Shelly's sale. I might send these up to Shelly and she can sell them in the next portion of Janet's sale. So I've got 4 of those kits. I'll send those up to Shelly. And wasn't yesterday awesome? Yeah, this is my giveaway box. All right, back up. I'll send those up. Shelly can sell them. If she does another one, I'll send her an email. She's probably wanting to recover from yesterday before anybody asks her any more questions. Okay. All right. I'm having to get my napkin box out because I thought what I had behind me was like napkin kits. Good morning, Pam. Morning, Dar. So let's see what I've got here on top. I don't think camels is really the idea. This is cool, put on book pages, but that's not what we're doing here. These are Christmas. There's some pattern paper. I'm going to let them dry and then we'll try to stamp on them a little bit. I'm kind of looking for something that looks floral. That's kind of cute, but I don't think the bird would even fit on there. Let's see. Do I have anything that looks... Let's see what we got in here. Oh, this would be kind of cool because it's got small images. Maybe this. These roses are too big. This is kind of sweet right here. was hoping for some with butterflies on it. Here we go. Let's see what's here. Oh, this is cute. This green one. It's got little butterflies, and then somebody stamped me out some butterflies or moths. These are moths. You can tell their bodies are bigger. That one would just about cover the whole thing, so we'll pass on that one. That could be pretty. That gives me enough to play with. We'll shove all this back in here. Let's see if we can, let's see. Background stamps. Where did you put those when you moved the room, Becky? Good question. They're in a tub of their own, so they shouldn't be horribly hard to spot. I say. There they are. I knew they weren't far. Oh, I need to use my stuff there from Joyce that she sent at Christmas. Stamp cleaning pad. Okay. I have this here that just looks like some kind of writing. I like this one. And this one's cute. These were thrifted. So I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try to put something on the clay. I'm kind of thinking the rubber one would probably work best. You know, not rubber, but this thing, because it's soft. So this stays on. Oh, I think I just broke it. Did I break it? No. Whew. Thought I broke it. We're making an ornamentation to use on a project that's going to be like a 5-inch tile that you can hang on your wall, or you can make it in a journal. If you do use foam core board and make a little opening in your journal. I did that in one of my seasonal journals. I can grab one of those real quick, show you. Oh yeah, that worked good. Except I picked up some paint here. We don't want to leave paint on your stamps. I'm almost out of baby wipes. I'm not real worried about getting too crazy with it because it's a background stamp. All right, and that lives under here where I can easily find them. That's why I put it there. Okay, so we got a little bit of that going on. And now we need something to glue this stuff down with. And I spotted this the other day when Scott was wanting some kind of super glue. We were looking in my glue drawer, but this is multimedia matte. So I just need something to spread it with. What, Cole? You want to come in? Yeah. Come on. Don't be a jerk. It's all right. Come on in, buddy. I think the other cats are all doing their own thing. This is actually Crayola air dry clay that we did last Wednesday. So that's what this is here. I might need to hit these with a heat gun. So to do that, I have to go over here where y'all can't see, because I don't have a plug in the middle of the room. Okay. There's that one. That'll be as dry as it's going to get. I just want to set that stays on there. Good enough. All right. So we'll find out if this is still good. Oh. I'm just using this matte medium sample size. Probably should have dried this brush a little bit more. See if I can get this in my hand. This is kind of an experiment for me. Trying to get it down on the edges too. All right. Let's use this one here. I'm pulling from the center out. See if we can get it to go down in the... I'll look at the chat here in just a minute. I can pick it up. Sorry, I've got congestion this morning. Not sure why. Yep, I want that to stick down right there. This is harder than it looks. Ah, get off my thumb. Oh dear. Okay, you can't get it too wet because it's air dry clay. I forgot. So don't get yours too wet or it'll start coming apart. Mine's cracked along there. I think this is the one I pushed on too. So I'm going to try to leave it down on the table and see if it'll mend itself. I might end up having to put some glue on the back of it later. Maybe the napkin will hold it together. But this was just an idea I had and I wanted to try. So I'm going to move this away from the wet spot that's there. Hopefully that'll stick down, but right along here, I've got a crack that goes all the way through, and I'm not going to pick it up again right now. So that was kind of the idea. So keep in mind not to get it so wet. Saying that to myself more than anybody. So now do we want to do just the rest of this piece and have this one be flowers? I've got enough there. It does have a green butterfly on it. But I think I'd like to do a piece of this green napkin or this. Let's do this one. And I'm just going to use scissors. I know everybody says wet it, but I'm just going to, because it's going to be pulled away anyway. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Janet. Thank you to everybody that, purchased items yesterday for Janet Baum. And I'm glad so many people showed up and we had fun. And we brought Janet's spirits up a little as well. All right. So air dry clay, be careful with the moisture. Lesson learned there. And don't press on it. Don't push down on it too hard. But I think that'll be a pretty ornamentation to add to a project. Let's get this off the back. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I'm trying to do this 6:30 a.m. on Mondays because nobody else was on at this time. So I said, I'll take that time slot. And trying to make sure I get all of the napkin off the back. I think that's it. This will be really interesting because it'll be a little of everything. I do want to make sure I get the butterfly on there at some point. So it looks like we're going to have the butterfly. Oh, there's a butterfly there too. So I just want to leave enough that'll bend over the edge. And then we got the Eiffel Tower in the middle. All right. So light with the water, Becky. I keep saying that for myself. Wow, this stuff is really thick. I know Peg uses matte medium all the time. I just have never really gotten into using it very much. Now I've got the lifetime supply container Mod Podge I'm trying to get used up. I thought it was a good idea at the time, but see if I can pick it up carefully and get some of this down in these here. Oh, it's picking up my paint. I don't think my clay was fully dry either. The grand kitty is rubbing on me. Good enough for government work. Try my finger this time and see if that does better. Maybe cut this away. Because it could be used for something else. Cut some of these in here. Oops. All right. Push this over here. There's a learning curve to air dry clay. With regular clay, you don't have to worry about the moisture when you're doing something quite as bad. I mean, you still have to watch moisture content, but this stuff starts getting soft again if you get it too wet. Lesson learned. But how do you know unless you experiment, right? The first one, I think I'm going to have to add some glue on the back to hold it all together. That does pull free, though, once you get to the edge. Once it's moist. So there's that one. I got stuff flapping everywhere here. Kind of pushing this on there. Uh-oh. Maybe we'll put some matte medium on my brush. You had a friend that loved to use air dry clay. It is fun. It's just, man, it's different. I'm just going to put a little bit of on here and try to smoosh this on here. Oh, not too wet, Becky. It is fun to use. All right, let's put some over top. All right, this stuff is really thick. I wonder if I could like suck up some water and shake it in without ruining it. All right, so there's my little my little butterflies. And Wednesday, I'll paint the faces the way I like to do it with the paint and then airbrush, not airbrush, but dry brush the edges. So I'll pull these over here. Here we go. So there's my little, this one looks funny because it's still wet, but once it dries, it'll be a little bit better. So I got one butterfly flying upwards and one flying downwards there. So there is no right or wrong on that napkin. And I'll get a clean sheet of wax paper to set this aside. So do you guys want to win one of the two of these? I can give these both away, but they won't get mailed until Friday. And one of them has a rubber stamp set. So I guess the first number that comes closest will get this one. I'll put number 1 on here and number 2 on this one. This will be number 1. And this one will be number 2. So let's see. Let's do, there's not very many people in here. There's only 12 people. So you stand a good chance of winning. Let's do 1 to 50. That way you stand a chance. And it's got artist trading cards. It looks like this one's got one of my avocados in it. These are some of my found relatives. And I think they're done on sticker paper. They are. So you just cut around them and then you can use them in your journal. And there's things to play on the gel plate. That kind of stuff. Looks like there's some of those little like matchbook paper piece things. Good morning. This is open to everybody. If anybody wants it. There we go. Good morning. Everybody's saying good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me put live chat on too. I always forget to do that. There we go. All right. Is that everybody that wants to play? And while y'all are thinking about it, I'll go ahead and open random org. Hang on. I got little blobs of napkin on me. And we can do something else after this giveaway if you guys want to, because I've only been on about 30 minutes. We'll do something else. Maybe I'll, well, no, I'm not even dressed. I was going to show you the Afghan I finally finished, but I'll wait till I've got more on than a flannel nightie and a robe. How about that? Random sequence. Is that everybody that wants to play for a pack of stuff to play on the gel plate and that kind of stuff? Okay. I'll just put in a stop. S-T-O-P. First number is 4. So I think that's Brenda Eiserman. And Brenda, you'll get the one with the rubber stamp in it. Let me write your name on here. And second number is 12. And I think that's Mina. Brenda Eiserman. And this one will go to Mina. And again, those won't get mailed until Friday. But I thought that would be fun since I came across them to go ahead and do a giveaway for them and share the love. And I've got some things ready to go to Janet Baum and Cheryl. Because Cheryl just had a birthday and she had asked for some fabric scraps. So I've put together something for her. And that'll all go out on Friday. All right. So there's that. I need to put this over on my tray. Not exactly sure what all that is. Let me get my tray back. And I'll show you what I doodled on while I was in the auction yesterday. I'm just going to try to lift this up here. Just set it on this tray. There we go. And so there's all the clay stuff coming together for future projects. I like to make my own stuff like that occasionally to go with purchased still stuff. Making your own embellishments and focal images is fun too. And then yesterday I had a long piece of it was this long of white cardstock scrap because I had my scrap bin sitting here. So I think that goes somehow on there. But anyway, I made some ATCs in black and white and with red. So we could do some doodling together. And I don't doodle like Vicky. I don't do the whole Zentangle stuff very much. I just do whatever comes to mind. And in high school, my best friend and I and my cousin Heather, we each had a notebook, and between classes we'd swap notebooks. And the first thing you do is when you got your notebook page is you just draw a great big, bunch of lines and stuff. And then each person, as we swapped back and forth, we would work on each other's piece and doodle in a section. And you just never knew what the other one was going to come up with. Let me grab a scrap. Hi, Coleman. How's it? Meow. What's it doing, Cole? What's it doing? I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm going to cut this kind of in half. And I'm just going to use a Bic pen. Bic. Big pen. There's Scott. How you feeling? A little better?
A little better. I'm always amused by the origins of the Bic pen.
The origins of the Bic pen.
Yeah, it was created by a gentleman named Biche, B-I-C-H.
B-I-C-H. That sounds awful like something else.
So when he decided to expand out to the United States, the marketing people, they know that it might be a good idea to just shorten that to Bic.
And I'm going to make these into cards. They're kind of just randomly cut. So I think I'm going to tape these off so there's a quarter-ish border. And I always put my masking tape on my arm and pull some of the stickum off so you don't pull your paper apart. Howard's very worried about Daddy. He keeps following him around going, like, lay down. Let the kitty take care of you. All right. I don't usually like to tape right down to my mat because I can't move the paper then, but that's okay. It's okay. So I can make a card and I can mail the card off too, and that can go out today. So what we would do, let me get you guys over here a little closer. And I can bring it down in a little bit more. These are fun to do. I like to do these. And I'm trying to make up some artist trading cards for swapping. So if anybody's interested, I have 5 set aside for Peg Robinson swap. And then I've made 3 more. Oh, that's what I was, hang on. I forgot. I was going to show you guys this. Do you all remember the art card box that we did decorated together a few years back? And I was going to had all this big plan of I would do a little art card to add to my box, and then it kind of fell away. I'm horrible about that. But my ATCs fit in here. So these are the ones I made for Peg Swap. And I called these Word Is because I used the definition cards. And I did that in our Thursday craft and chat that we do. And again, if you guys want to join the craft and chat, I just need to know who you are and let Ann know, because she can add you to the list. Or if I need to, I can start a new chat list and label it Thursday Craft and Chat so we can easily find it. And then I made these 3 the other day out of my Bits and Bobs binders. So we might get back to doing the Bits and Bobs next Monday. So if you've still got your binders or boxes or whatever, we'll pick a color and work with whatever's in that bin. And this one I called Pink Everlasting because it was the red bin, but everything I used seemed to be pink. And then these were the cards I was originally going to use this size and fill this up with those. And these were the 2 I did before I got totally sidetracked. So there was this one. This is a little acrylic painting. And then this was just a napkin with some added bling added onto it. So this will be a multi-purpose, or it could just be ATCs eventually. But this was a fun project. We worked together. Found out that if you use lace and there's little bits sticking up, it's best to try to glue them down flat because those get sharp with Mod Podge. And when I was doing the rub and buff, I really cut my finger open. I remember that. I really cut my finger open bad. So there's that. Hi, baby. What? Nobody's paying attention. Come here. This is my grandson. Hi, buddy. Good morning. I got to tell him good morning. That's what he came in for. Yes. Good morning. All right. Oh, you got to let go of Grandma's robe. All right. So what we did back in high school is we just do like this, maybe like this, and maybe like this. And then each of us would like fill in a section. So my best friend's nickname in high school was Pickle. So Pickle would do like all of this section. And then Heather would do a section, and then I would do a section. And by the end of the day, our page would be covered. So you did yours yesterday during the auction. So let's do the tiny one and work our way up. So I'm just going to echo the mark that's there. So it looks like a teardrop over and over. And then let's go to this one here. Maybe do like this. Piled up leaves maybe, or feathers, or something. There's another one there. And this is not as fine a point as I like to do these. This is a crystal. This is the one, this is actually a medium point, but Dee Dee uses these crystal Bics because they'll go over paint. I'm sorry about the congestion and the barkiness. So if we do each of these slightly different, maybe just doodle, doodly, doodly, doodly. I was going to make this come in closer. I forgot. That's as close as it will let me get. But that's better. Hi, Janet Nash is here. I knew I wouldn't get too many people up this early on a Monday, but I figured, I would go for it. I wasn't sure with Scott not feeling good either. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let's do some. The long and shorts of it. And maybe put some circles on top of the taller ones. This one doesn't make very good dots. Putting 3 dots, dot-ishes in here. I can come back with a Posca and pop, make it darker. We might do that real quick. I could actually mail this one as a postcard. Let's do. You have to really be mindful. You can't look away when you're doing this or you'll end up with something crazy. I had so much fun yesterday. My mother-in-law, bless her, we went and visited her on Saturday, but she called me right in the middle of the auction. She's like, I just wanted you to know I would prefer Sunday visits or something to that effect. And I'm like, I'm attending an auction. I don't know what that means. I'm like, it's okay. And I was like, I want to get back to it. And she just kept wanting to talk. And I was like, oh. And she won't call her son. She calls me. think it's because I'm patient with her and just let her go off and say whatever crazy stuff she wants to. I might go over that with the black Posca and make it even darker. We'll see what happens. Well, you know, she says there's men living under the house. There's nobody under the house. But anyway, she truly believes it. She really does. Let's see here. More than anything, she can't hear Scott, even with her hearing aids in. I don't know what it is about his voice, but I end up, if he wants to say something to her, he says it to me first, and then I say it to her, because bless her, she can't make out what he's saying. Da, da, da. Ooh, it's warm in here. Turn the heat up to 65. Like we do in the day, but man, I'm burning up. I think it's because I'm busy. All right, we can go over all this stuff with Posca on things that didn't show up quite as good as I'd like. And sometimes we'd even hide a face in it. So like somebody might come in and just do something like this. And it looks like there's a bunny hiding there, doesn't it? And maybe bring this up around. Let that be it of the bunny face. And then do something else here. I don't have a plan. These are true doodles. That shape needs to go there. That's what I do. Maybe the bottom of the ovals. Maybe some just lines. Was watching a lady talking about the neurographic art, and she was saying that you don't want to just do repeats of the same movement when you're doing your lines across. You got to be mindful, she was saying, and as you're making the mark, make minute changes with the pen so nothing repeats. Everything is it's like you're rewiring your brain, so you're not trying to repeat pattern. You're trying to create a new neurographic link. So instead of just coming down around, as you're using your pen, just make some minute changes. And then on the next one, try to go a different way than you did on the first one. And that's how you change your thought patterns. And they end up looking more like puzzle pieces than smooth lines. And purposely try to make it different instead of repeating the pattern. I saved her to watch later because I really want to look at that. It's a good exercise for anybody that's trying to heal their brain. I wouldn't consider these Zentangles. Zentangle has lots of rules and very specific stuff, and repeating things nice and even, to me, at least that's to me, as far as giving you a kind of Zen feel, I guess that would be the most interesting thing. I will go and I'll share I'll do her a channel shout out of that video in my community tab, and I'll stick it in my group and maybe in Janet Creates. So if anybody wants to learn more about that, I want to go and watch the rest of it fully, because I thought it was a lot of good information to help people recover from brain injuries, help people that have childhood PTSD like I do, or childhood trauma. I feel like it could be very beneficial. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm really focusing on healing that part of myself and letting it go so that I can live now and really truly live and not dwell on things. I'm really trying to force myself to get past it. Yeah, whatever I want, whatever looks like it's going to fill the section is what, like, this is making me think this needs to be an eyeball right here. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear my stomach growling. And we'll blacken the pupil. And maybe put some little lines in the white part. And you could draw another eye over here if you wanted to, but I think I'm going to repeat this that I just put in here. Ooh, that leg's getting long on there. I need to wipe this tip off, and I gave Scott my tissues. I'll just do it on this other paper. That's the one thing about these big crystals, and I know Dee Dee mentioned it before. They get a lot of excessive ink buildup on the tip of the pen, and you have to take time to wipe it off. If you don't, you'll end up with like one of those, you know how pens sometimes they'll have like this booger that comes out, and then it's like it's got a tail, and it smears across your page. Yeah, you don't want that. Let's draw a line here and do some like this. I ate breakfast. I don't know what my stomach's complaining about. That will go away once I get my prescription for the Mounjaro. All right, so we filled that area up. Feeling like this needs something. Let's do a line from between the two humps here. Now, see, now, right now I'm wanting to take and I want to turn the whole thing, but I can't do that right now. Oh gosh. Let's see. Let's repeat something we've done in another spot. Let's put some of those circles up here. And I'm not worrying if they go over the tape. Oh, what do I want to do now? Why not? Little bald-headed man hiding in the bushes here. Let's see. Maybe give him a funny hat with some stripes on it. This is now looking like a mouse to me. Oh well. Sorry, I go quiet when I get to doodling. It's hard to talk and do this. At least it is for me. It's filling up. Hi, Roy. Good morning. So I'm just here doodling. No, I'm just doodling like a fool. Oh, gosh. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Let's do a line and do some lines like this. Once you get a few things down, you can repeat it around. Since we're making a card, yeah. Let's do. Then we'll come back around like this. The Royettes. Are we the Royettes on Roy's channel? See, I need to clean that off. I got a blob. I'm just kind of smearing it off here. That could almost be the start of another card, my smear off page. Spread this ink out a little bit. It's in a puddle there. Then, of course, you have to try to repeat it. I'm going to come in with a Posca and darken where I want the lines darkened and that kind of thing. We'll fix that. Just get the basic shapes down for right now. I'm wondering if Greg's cats don't have food in the bonus room or what's going on, because Cole's in here eating my cat's food. I mean, it's all the same. They all eat the same thing. It's just kind of weird that he's in here doing that. All right, I'm going to bring in a Posca here in a minute and change some of this. That looks like some kind of snail or a ham slice or something there. I don't know. I do like the swirls. Let's see. Let's do. When you get tired of doodling and you're just trying to fill in a space, you use big things and then do small things around them. And those are kind of going up underneath. We'll pretend. I'll just fill these in with some lines this way. All right, let me grab a black Posca and I'm going to darken up some sections. And let me show you what colors I have here. All right, first color y'all pick, it'll be our highlight color. So I have pink, red, orange, yellow, light green, dark green, blue, dark blue, and purple. Yellow. All right, so this is going to be a sunshiny card. All right, so let me go in here and darken some of the lines I want to darken with the Posca. The thing about the Posca is you got to remember it's wet. Don't sit your hand in it. All right, so I think I want this line dark here. This line. And make this dark all the way up. Oh, poor Scott. Now he's sneezing. It'll take him another day to get used to this medicine. So he said, I'm calling it. I'm staying home. Try not to make duplicate lines because I don't want these to be really thick lines. I want this line here darkened. And let's do I'm going to darken this whole thing here. And this one. These are kind of my original lines, some of them. This is hard to do at this angle. Okay. I'm going to do the black lines, and then I'm going to take a break and read chat so that I can let this paint dry a little bit before we start on the next. I think I want these lines darker. You just have to choose, what lines you want darker. It's really personal preference. Okay. I sit back and I look at it and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. We got some more here. I think I want this here darker. All right. I think that's pretty good. Now let me read chat. Hi, Joyce. Good morning. I'm not on that one for the Valentine's marathon. I'm not on that one. I wasn't sure what shape I'll be in after 3:00 today. I'm having basically my surgery on my big toe. It'll be, in the doctor's office surgery, but I'm still going to have to keep my foot up and that kind of thing. That was another reason to put the knee situation off for a little bit, I don't want too many locations open up to infection at one time, being a diabetic. I didn't want to risk it. And the knee's doing fine right now. It's just, it can be bad if you get infection in places that, like your feet and your legs when you're diabetic. I'll give him some little piggy nostrils. There we go. Those gnomes were adorable. You could sell those. You just have to let us know how much. I know that Vicky got the one she wanted, and there was a lot of people bidding on them. All right. Yes, they did. Everyone adored the. Oh, that's awesome. They'll love them. All right, now when it comes to the highlight color, let me show you. This is writing fine. I just add it here and there as a pop of color. I like to use red, and I was using just a big type pen on these yesterday. But I could still go in and grab my red Posca and go over where the red is. I might do that on some of these once we finish this one. And it just makes it pop. Now you could also take I just darkened my black lines, but I could come in with the black and also do like maybe let's put some dots in the middle of these here. You just choose where you want your highlight to go, and you don't want to use a lot of the highlight color, but it'll be interesting to see what yellow looks like because I've never used yellow. And again, I like to put the dots here. Maybe put a dot there. Maybe put some dots under this. I'm not counting the dots. I'm just putting them around the bottom of this flower like thing. Maybe we want some circles or something at the top of these, just to fill in the space. Let's darken this up here. Buddy, no, not right now, honey. Tippy's like, why do you keep saying no? I'm going to skip that one, leave that one thin. I'll darken this one up. Greg's watching some of the crazy people up in Canada do stuff now. He likes to watch Cold World Motors. Scott up there in Canada, he restores really old cars. And he's got a big standard poodle named Frankers. And there's another one he watches up there that does snowplow work in the tundra or whatever. Brenda says, Joyce, was that your pattern for the gnomes? Oh, I wanted to darken these dots here. Go see Daddy. He's got a lap available. Yeah, I like this better darkened up. You can do as much, additional Posca pen work as you want, or you can switch and use your other pen or whatever you're going to do. If you're going to use a different color, the color is meant to be like just a little highlight. It's not meant to stand out really strong. The black and white's still supposed to be kind of strong. So let's start some yellow. So I'm thinking dots in here. You'll see what I mean as we get going. Put some little dots in the middle of these little round circles. Maybe just mimic the line of these circles. A little bit smaller inside. Of course, it's going to look like I've drawn a circle because they kind of meet, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's do lines in between here. Looks like a slice of lemon meringue pie with the yellow on there. But you can see when you start adding the color, it brings it to life. Gives you some highlights here and there. So every one on our stripes here on this. That's hard to see when they're small like that. Janet loves her some yellow. It is a happy color. And make it look like there's a yellow ribbon going along here as well. Oh, lo, lo, lo. So you can see the yellow's popping now. Let's see what we can do. Let's put some yellow dots in here. Somewhere I have a quilt a quilt that's black and white with pops of red, and that's one of the things I need to finish. Now what I could do after I do this mark, I could come back and make the line in between each of these darker with the black once the yellow has dried. Don't try to do it when it's wet, or you'll just have a weird combination of colors. Oh, I didn't do this here. So do as much or as little as you want. Here. We've got to add some in here because we have to. And I like the addition of just a single color with the black and white. I don't know how to fill this in on the leaves. That's good enough on that. Oh, we got to do something here. All righty. It's looking pretty good. All right, I'm going to read chat. I think that's enough yellow. Yep. Buckets. Yep. Buckets, baskets, boxes. I have two, and mushroom patterns. I bought a mushroom pattern that's done in crochet cotton thread, and it's got kind of a granny square on top. I bought that pattern, and it's on my list to crochet up. I thought they'd make cute little ornaments. Oh yeah, there's a lot of gnome lovers out here. Hi, Marty. Good morning. Hey. Do you want to go on the porch? I'm going to take my black pen and just go along the edge of the tape now. Right along the edge of the tape. Wish I could turn this thing. Next time I'll tape it to a craft mat so I can turn it. Trying to, I can't quite make out where the edge of it is. It'll be all right. Just trying to neaten the edge up. It may not be perfectly rectangular or anything, but it'll make a cool looking card or postcard even. I guess I should measure it, make sure, but you know, Janet mailed me an avocado, so I'm thinking it'll go as a postcard. All right. So let's peel the tape and see the big reveal. Pulled a little bit of the paper. I didn't get enough of the stickum pulled off. It's pulling the paper. Well, sorry about that. Yep. I have Janet's avocado in a book or something somewhere. It's here. See, I didn't get enough stickum off. I'm not going to worry about it. This is cheapy cardstock anyway. That's why it's peeling. I'll let you out on the porch if you want to go out there, Kat. Yeah, it's going to peel a little bit for every side. I did that for interest. That's what you say. It's handmade. I did it for interest. There we go. And it measures 5.5 by 4. So yes, it'll go as a postcard. Yay, I can mail this to somebody as a postcard. I guess you guys want it signed. Jeez. 2/5/2024. When it's dry, I'll turn it over and turn it into a postcard. It's texture. Yes, it's texture. All right, so there's 20 of you in here now. Just put a number in between 1 and 50, and I'll do a random number and mail this to whoever gets it. Because it can go today, because it's a postcard. Vicky's putting in her age. Marty's doing 49 and a half. I got you. $15, please, for Janet. You know, so polite. Hey, cat, I will deal with you in a minute. He wants me to go sit in the recliner, but he sat on me in the recliner half the night. Brenda's coming in with 1 again. Oh, gosh. 9 3/4 for Janice. That's Janice Glines, right? What on earth? Oh, Cole lost all his air because he saw Tippy. Okay, I'll let you out. When I come back, I'll pull a number. All right, Cole. You want to go back out and put your boy? Tippy wanted me to get Cole out because he wanted to eat. What he doesn't know is Cole's been eating in his food. All right. So we'll put in stop. A random generator is probably still on, and I'll just pull the first number. Let's well, between 1 and 50, and get sequence up 2. So Brenda, you win. It's 2, 14, 49, 15. So 2 is the first number. So Brenda's going to get a postcard. Brenda, I need your your mailing address to mail it to you. Make sure I have it right, because the stupid thing's trying to tell me I don't. If you'll send me your address there, that'd be good. And we'll turn it into a postcard on the back. I'm going to do, because I don't have a handy dandy stamp handy. I'm going to do Becky style. And we'll just draw here, and I'll put 2, and I'll put Brenda. This is And back. And then you have to add some of what's on the front to the back. So I'm going to put yellow where I've got my double lines on my postcard. This is a very honeybee postcard. All right, and I'll finish addressing it, put it one of the international poinsettia flower stamps for international, because I think you're up in Canada. So there was the postcard we just made, and we did these 2 butterflies this morning that will go on an upcoming project we're working toward. And that's on there. See where it broke? Let's just put a little glue in that. Well, I'll do that afterward. I'm going to put a little glue in that where it cracked. I think it's where I pushed down on it too hard. So you can't press on this stuff because it will break. And I am hoping that enough of this back I can get E6000 on to glue it onto the project or projects. There's 2 projects because these are very different colors schemes. So I don't want to mix them. So thank you guys for hanging with me. Safe Journey little postcard. I had fun this morning, and I hope you did too. You're in the States. Okay. Well, then you'll get some interesting you'll get a postcard stamp. I don't know which ones I have right now. I think it's the sailboats. I don't think I have the barns right now. I'll look, see. All right. Well, just let me know your mailing address. I'm going to go ahead. I hope you've written that down because I'm going to go ahead and take my email out of there. All right. All right. So I think that's it for this morning. I will see you on Wednesday. My time is 1:30, but I usually will go ahead and come on as soon as Ann is signed off to go to bridge class. Okay. So between 1 and 1:30 on Wednesdays, and I'll see you there. Thanks, guys.